Thank you for staying with us. So the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has suspended the acting National Chairman, Ambassador Iliya Damagun, and the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, over allegations of anti-party activities. The case in question involved 27 former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly who vacated their seats after defecting from the PDP to the All Progressives Congress. The letter allegedly contradicts the party's official position on the matter. Now, the National Working Committee condemned the actions of Damagun and Anyanwu, noting that their conduct violates the PDP constitution as amended in 2017 and breaches the oath of office they swore to uphold. According to the party, their behavior amounts to gross misconduct and undermines the party's integrity. Well, joining us in the studio to discuss this issue is a lawyer and PDP stalwart, Tunji Abdulhameed. Tunji, good morning. It's good to have you join us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you.
Right. Now, some would say this is quite a worrying development for the party who is supposed to be a vibrant opposition, especially in a democracy like ours. But one wonders, is it so difficult to resolve all of these issues? Because we've had suspension and counter-suspension for quite some time now, and there are reports that the party is even divided as it is. There are factions already. But talk to us, what really is going on with the PDP?
I think you're right when you say it should be a concern for any Nigerian that is interested in the politics of Nigeria, not only in PDP. This issue is not only about PDP. It's going to affect Nigeria because if the PDP that is seen as a major opposition in the country today is not together or is not doing their job as opposition very well, they are not able to do it. The ruling party will not be put in check. And that's why I say a concern for any Nigerian that is interested in the affair, in the progress of the country. Mm. You see, I have said it here several times that, look, the problem in crisis, the issue in PDP today is because of people who have a personal agenda, personal interest, who want to impose their personal interest on everybody, who don't even have the interest of the party at heart, who are only concerned about putting forward their own personal stake. It's about just making the party, how do I say it? That they are indirectly working for the opposition in that, as far as I'm concerned. That's where I see it. It's debatable. You can say yes or no. You can agree or may not agree. But because I see anyone who's in the party and who believes or who thinks that he loves that party will be creating crisis in that party. Or let's even talk about the acting chairman who was supposed to be in charge for just for a few months or a few days, depending when a substantive national chairman will be appointed. And he wants to remain put, and he doesn't want to leave the stage. It's not normal. And he's not even acting very well in terms of progressing the party because it's like he's working for one agency that is trying to destabilize the party.
So this agency, we don't know. It's not a phantom agency.
It's an allegation from him because except you have proof to show that
there are individuals who
he is actually working for the opposition.
No, I say it appears. It appears he's working for people who are not interested in the progress of the party because. How can you, as a national chairman, be taking steps that will hinder the progress, or that will affect the interest of the party?
What are these steps?
For instance, like the purported suspension of the legal advisor and the what's it called, the publicity secretary. What were the reasons why they were said to have been suspended by the acting national chairman?
For investigation?
No, that's not even the proper procedure. I'm not even going there. I'm trying to tell you the reason why. He said he suspended them. So if you see that reason, you will now realize that, look, any serious a chairman of a party or leader of a party will not take that position, whether rightly or wrongly. The national, what is the offense of the national legal advisor, according to the acting national chairman or those within his caucus? The offense was that the national legal advisor took a decision to appeal a case against the party, which is within his power. That is constitution of the what's it called?
Of the party.
Of the party. Because that is his responsibility to defend and issue cases against on behalf of the party that have the interest of the party in. a case or a judgment was said to have been delivered against the PDP in Rivers State, particularly regarding the 27 lawmakers. And the National Legal Advisor, as a senior advocate of Nigeria and a lawyer whose responsibility it is to defend the party, tried to appeal the case. What is bad in that? Alas, the acting national chairman and the national secretary wrote a letter to the court. Disassociating themselves from the appeal. What are they saying indirectly? Let the judgment stand, and whatever that will happen to the party will happen. So if you are taking that kind of a step, are you looking for the progress of the party, or you are looking for the downfall of the party? So for me,
so you don't consider
what is it?
As an abuse of office? It
is not. I've just told you that the constitution of the party empowers the national legal advisor to defend and institute action against the party. So what is that one? How is that one in subordination? Doing my job. How is that doing my job and in subordination? I was acting within the constitution of the party and in subordination. So for me, because you see, I have said it here, that crisis that we are seeing today may not end, not because there is no way to end it, but because those behind it have a mindset and they have a target. Once they have a target to achieve, and once you have a mindset, there is nothing anybody can say that will persuade you to change it. And that's what they did after the primary of the party, and since then they've been continuing to do that. Everybody, unfortunately, these are the people who have benefited
from the party.
So we want to know how many.
So these are the people who have been brought up by the party, who have been taken to where they are today by the party. So majority of them, because majority of them don't even have a job, a proper job. Why they venture into politics in 1999? And today they are called multi-billionaire. From where? From the opportunity given to them by the party or PDP. And they are seeking to
your position.
So one needs to ask your party why they are giving that kind of a job to people who do not have something they are doing on the sidelines, rather than
how many people in other parties, the APC, the other party, that majority of them are not major. We don't
know about Labour Party, any other party. We are
talking about the PDP.
Currently.
So it is within you are part of the party, so you should understand the party and what is going on in the party. We do not know.
When I say they don't have a job, I know some of them who are lawyers, but
then
not
we can hear them.
That does not mean they don't have a job. I'm saying they are not where they are today.
They became career.
They were not where they are today.
Right.
Where at the time they got that opportunity. But rather than use the opportunity to advance the growth of the party, they are trying to, for their own personal interest, which they think they can. It took by far the other after. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow. Everybody will be serviced.
Okay, so we have, at least I know of two factions in the PDP. I don't know whether there are even more than two.
There's no faction for now.
Well, there is the Damagun faction, and then there is the Yari faction. You just mentioned it.
There's no faction.
So he suspended.
You mentioned it earlier.
He suspended the national legal advisor and also the national publicity secretary temporarily, according to what he said.
Yes. Yeah.
But then, saying that afterwards we had this duo also suspending the national chairman. The acting.
That does not play the fashion.
No,
okay.
There
the
is
House is just divided.
They are all members of the same.
So the House is just divided against itself.
I can agree with that. There is a division in terms of people taking decisions. People taking decisions have disagreement regarding positions of things.
Right.
Yeah.
So that does not mean there's a faction or division in that regard. Division in terms of taking decisions within themselves. So I will not agree that
it's factionalization.
Meanwhile, the acting national chairman, Damagun, asked security to go after the factional chair. That's the way it is put on the national newspaper, among the national chair and others. And it's also reported that Yari has failed to assume the national secretariat. Do you have any explanations?
The call by the acting national chairman is laughable, and it shows that some of the people in leadership in Nigeria don't even understand the law or the way things operate. As far as they are there, they are novice in some area. And what is the claim? Why is he saying he's going to deploy police? Simply because he claimed there's an order of court, another that has not been served on anybody, on those who are affected. Let's even assume that you are saying there's a contempt, there's an order of court and there's a contempt. Who enforces the court order? Is it the police? No, the police are not sheriff. You go to court. It is the court that will enforce it. But because we are used to misusing our system in this country, whereby you see the police too making themselves available to be misused. Because I saw what happened in Rivers State, where the police were saying that they want to go and enforce a law order. They are not court. It's only court that enforces the court order. They have a sheriff in court. Those sheriff, if they need the assistance of the police, they will call them. So it is not for the police on his own say that's an order that we are aware of, and we are going to go and enforce it. When there are so many orders against the police itself that does not even that does not obey, and he's not enforcing it. So for me, it's an abuse of office for anybody to say he's going to use police to arrest anybody, because the enforcement of court order is not. You don't take law into your hands. You are not the one that will enforce law by yourself. You have to go and take these proper steps. Go to court, complain, file for contempt proceeding against them, and then if the court found them guilty of that, then the proper sanction will be made against them. Not for you to go and call people, but anyway, when you have the control of certain people in your hands, you can just use them the way you like. And that's what we are seeing now. It's an abuse of office as far as I'm concerned, an abuse of privilege.
I am wondering, because you mentioned that for a leader to take that kind of position, it shows that he's a novice and it is now an abuse of office. I'm wondering how the party came together to agree to put that kind of a person in charge of the party.
You remember, he was never the chairman of the party. And up to date, he's not the chairman of the party.
He's
acting.
Yes.
He was elected as deputy national chair. And I'm not saying he does not have any, I'm not saying he's not doesn't have sense. No, I'm not saying so. I'm saying that certain decisions they take, that they don't seek advice before taking it, because he's not a lawyer. I'm not sure he's a lawyer. And he doesn't know how court processes are enforced. Instead of them to ask questions, they come out and start making a statement. And they are making it because they see how it's been done by people in authority. Even at
that you see how something is done, even if it's not right, by those in court authority, does that make it a law that you must follow?
Our IGP, is not a lawyer.
Does that mean that
is the IGP not a lawyer?
You must follow?
If
somebody, you have the interest of the party at heart,
listen,
must you follow something that is wrong?
If you see an SAN or a senior lawyer do a particular act, and a junior lawyer that is seeing that, what will he think? He will think that is the proper way of doing it. When an acting chairman sees an IGP of police who is a lawyer taking steps,
does that mean that you do not know what decision is right for you to take in the interest of your party?
I know. You see, I'm not saying that is not the interest of the party. It's personal interest. Was it wasn't the party that said you should go and
something that is wrong means you too should follow suit?
He wants to protect himself according to him. So whatever you want to think you can use to protect yourself in this country, the way that we have, that people see themselves as power.
From what? What's he protecting himself from?
He said as being acting chairman the court has said he should not be removed, and that if anybody is claiming to be that means it's going contrary to the law. So he's trying to protect his office, not the party. You have to distinguish the two. He's not protecting the party here. It's about his personal interest. Nobody has instructed him, no party. I know what I've been reading, what I've been seeing for so many majority of members of the party. They don't. In fact, the acting chairman is the reason why the party is what it is now, because it's being used by people to destroy the party.
Who? Because you keep saying this means you know those who are.
Thank God you're a journalist. I'm not under obligation to do.
No, you are the one saying it. You are the one making the allegation. You are a lawyer.
I can start to leave it there.
No, you cannot.
I can't.
There are people watching us.
I can't.
No,
it's my choice.
You cannot.
It's my choice to say whatever I want to say. Okay, if you have an information as a journalist, I can force you to divulge it.
You have to prove. Information. You are a lawyer who has to back whatever
challenge me. I will show you
evidence.
Challenge me. I will show you my.
That's what I'm doing.
Not here.
Of course, yeah.
Then we'll hold it that you're just trying to bring up some allegations that you do not have any back.
And perhaps
let's just leave it there.
When you take it at the appropriate court, I will show you my evidence.
No. It's not our duty to take it to court.
So I'm not under obligation to mention any name.
No, you are. But
I'm not under obligation.
You could just mention
it's my choice. And that is the information I want to give, and I've been giving my information.
Okay, fine.
And I know you know that those people that I'm talking about, you know those who are bent on controlling the party. Those who are bent on controlling the party, both within and outside. They want to create a system whereby we have a one-state, a one-party state.
And it's better
that's what they're trying to work on. It's about 2027.
It's better you
yes, it's a game plan. And by people who think that they will benefit when that happens. And everybody will be served breakfast.
Unfortunately, we are at sea about who you're actually referring to. Maybe it's a party, maybe it's a phantom
you can do further findings.
But let's carry on. Looking at the PDP constitution, which only allows 90 days for the position of acting national chairman, during which a substantive chairman would step in. If you look at what Chief Olabode George said, he said that Mr. Damagun continues to stay in office as the acting chairman, and then which is a violation of the PDP constitution. But he said something which is very instructive. He said that Damagun should have been relieved of that position long ago if those forces involved in the current power struggle had allowed the relevant sections of the PDP constitution to prevail. So it means that your party saw that, okay, he had outstayed his welcome as the acting national chairman. So why is it that you do not follow the PDP authority, didn't follow the constitution by saying, okay, it's time for you to step aside so that we carry on as provided by the PDP constitution? So it means that now that you thought the table has turned.
You are not following the effect of things in the country.
If
you are following the effect of things in the country, you know that there was a time that a meeting has been fixed several times that has been postponed by the same acting chairman, knowing fully well that it will definitely affect him. He has about 2 or 3 times postponed it. There will be another one next week by the 24th of this month, whereby the NWC will meet and decide. So it's not as if a party are not ready. And with due respect to Baba Bode George, it's also part of those. He is one of those who have brought the party to where it is today because for the role he played before the last election, and during and before. And after the last election, I
already played in Lagos State or at the national
everywhere,
level.
Lagos State, national level, they really play. And people like him, people like I'll begin to, yes, you want to force me to say some things, I will say it if you want to, don't know. People like
that is the reason why we're here, but just make sure they are based on facts.
People like Minister Wiki of FCT now, the governor, the role they play, and because they have their personal interest, the people like the former governor of Benue State, who was the chairman of deciding whether or not where the presidency will go, and who came out to say it should be anybody can contest. Same person came back and started talking about injustice because I know they are playing their games. They will soon get their breakfast. I'm telling you.
I'm wondering what this breakfast is.
By the time it's served, I will let you know.
So you think that this power tussle, this issue happening in your party,
some of these people who are brought up by the party. Some of them were nobody.
Wait.
When they came into politics,
Dr.
some of them were just bloody, just lawyers.
Allow me to ask my question, please.
Choice of what?
I'm sorry.
Do you think it's a continuation of the past struggle that, and then the fallout of the 2023 regional election? That's the reason why we're having this.
It is a fallout of the 2023 and the build-up to 2027. It's a game plan. We know some of them who have interest not to contest, but pretending to say they want to contest election in order to weaken the party. For the purpose of that.
Is their right to contest and decide
have I said so that they don't have the right? I have not said so.
But you said...
I said we know people who have the intention of contesting and trying to... And we know their contest plan is not to contest really. It's just to weaken the party.
But you're not a psychic. Are you able to read minds?
Because you don't know what I know.
Well, so
you don't know what I know. What I know, you don't know. I'm a member of the party. I don't remember. So I'm an insider.
So it's interesting to hear that some persons want to weaken the party.
That's what they are doing.
Yeah,
they are being sponsored by people outside and within.
So if the party members know, why can't they just come?
And that
together?
Is the game plan. That is the template.
So
Lagos template.
And the members of the party are simply playing to the gallery or playing alongside the template.
Members of the party who are playing for their selfish interests, and that is the problem you have in the party. So, and not only in PDP, even APC, even LNPP, even Labour Party. The reason why you are seeing crisis in parties is because of the selfish interests of certain individuals. Those individuals want to.
You are saying those people are so powerful and they wield so much influence to ensure that
some of them are powerful. Some of them, you can't
break
take away from
down
them.
The structure of
some of them are powerful. You can't break it away from them. Some of them are powerful. So if somebody can control the acting chairman of the national chairman,
so where does this leave the party constitution?
Not tell you they are powerful.
Where does this leave the party's constitution? It means the party's constitution is weak.
Is it not individual that will enforce the party constitution? Right. And who's the head of the party that will enforce it? It's not the same person that's working the work. It's not part of those who are trying to do it. How can you now enforce it? How can you put a thief inside a shop and say something will not miss?
Mr. Abdulhameed, I can see that. I can see the. I won't say you're helpless. The helplessness, that is happening within your
I'm not helpless.
No, not you. Not you. I'm saying the helplessness within the PDP, party factions or no faction or anything. But former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, said something. He said you also said something like the issues can be resolved, but it appears that no one wants it to be resolved. Somebody like you wants it to be resolved, really. But he said...
Of course, and that's why I've been taking my stand before now. I've been also saying that, look, not even talk about people. Just
allow me to finish. This is where I'm going. He said...
These people are seeing themselves as a God. Let everything scatter and let's see what...
Now, talking about God, he said the party will need God's intervention.
That's where they will be.
He said it will need God's intervention and miracle for the PDP to survive its current crisis. Do you agree so? Because you alluded to... It needs
what?
It needs God's intervention to, and miracle for the PDP to survive this current crisis.
For him, the party is
even though I believe in God, and I believe God can do things, but for me, I'm not one of those who believe that things that you have the power to resolve. You can. It's just like Nigeria now that has been blessed, and that's why I don't say amen to that question. I answer the prayer when people say God bless Nigeria. I don't answer it because Nigeria has been blessed. We have so many natural resources that we have. It's just for us to harness it. So we have people. We have what it takes to resolve the crisis in the party. So if you are talking about God, yes, I appreciate God. I acknowledge God. I know God can do anything, but God is not immediate. He will not do. There are so many things that God can do that He will not do. So it is within the people to have the mind of say, look, we are genuinely interested in the progress of this party. As long as people are taking their personal interest above the party interest, you will continue to have crisis. That is the issue here. They are just trying to promote their own personal interests, and they are at the expense of. And some of them are still bitter that they lost the primary of the election in the last in the presidential election, and they are still bitter, and they are doing whatever they can or they could to ensure that look, this party, as long as I don't get it, nobody will get it. The thing will scatter. That's their plan.
Now, I want to take you back to something you were talking about earlier on before Ibrahim, through his question. You were talking about the matter of reconciliation, so to speak, and some things that you had been saying that you should look, the people should look away from certain things. I wanted you to throw more light on that.
No, I was saying, I was trying to, and that was why I was trying to avoid mentioning name. I said, look, I questioned the Baba George those days when he would come out on TV and start talking about abusing people, alleging that this and that. And I said, look, we should not go that way. We should look when you start calling names or this and that, the crisis will be fester. So, but as it is now, these people's minds are made up. So it's better you confront it headlong, know where they belong. They deliberately did not leave the party. They deliberately want to stay inside and do, because if they are not within the party, they won't be able to do what they are doing now. There will be little that they can do. That's what they are. If they believe they are strong, and they are matured enough to do things. Some people were not happy about the party years back, and what they do, they decide to leave the party and join hands with APC.
But
they are not. Those people genuinely have the mindset of progressive development. But these people, at their home, is not about progress of anything. It's not about progress of where they are. It's not about the progress of the party. It's about their own personal interest. And that's why you say it's going to be difficult for anybody to be able to confuse anybody who has a mind made up that, look, this is where I'm going. There's nothing you can say. I will not turn back.
There is a constitution of the party.
It's not like
actually deal with this.
Obviously, he's saying.
Don't we have constitution in Nigeria?
Constitution.
No, don't we have constitution in Nigeria?
And implementation.
Don't we have constitution in Nigeria?
And so what about it?
Why are we having issues with that we're having in Nigeria? Some of the issues. Why are we having issues regarding federal character? Why are we having issues regarding appointment? Why are we having issues? So it's not about the constitution. Who implement constitution? It's not a human being.
Humans.
We in constitution on his own.
So as a lawyer, you lost hope in the constitution of the federal.
No, I've always been saying it, that constitution is not our problem.
Right.
And that's why I'm not a believer of those who say let's have a new constitution. It's not our problem. If you have a constitution and you don't have people that will implement it the way it is, people that will come and interpret the constitution to suit their own personal interest.
Right.
There's no way you get
now,
it.
I'm curious.
Somebody who's talking about a IG of police, who is a lawyer, enforcing law, a court order, without not being a serif, and you say it's the constitution. Where is the constitution? We are at the wife attorney general who will not call him to order. And you say it's a constitution.
I'm curious about.
And we have the president who will not call him to order.
Because of our time, Mr. Hamid, I'm curious about something, and that is if this matter is to be resolved from your perspective. Let's put the selfish interest of every other person aside. How do you think it can be resolved?
This party can only move forward as long as Mr. Damagun or is still the acting chairman, or is still in control or in charge, the crisis will continue, because I have said it. It doesn't have. It's not working for the party. The way from my own angle, the way I see things moving, I don't see him working for the party. I see him working for the oppositions and working for the enemy of the party within the party.
So until he is removed,
until that is done.
And you think that the National Working Committee that will be meeting next week will be?
He's an acting chairman, and the law did not say he should be there perpetually. The law just said, the constitution just said by Section 47/76 of the constitution of the PDP 2017. Said that you can only when there's a vacancy in any office, the executive committee
so that
at the level
cannot resolve
no, they can. It can be resolved. Executive committee at that level can appoint another person from his area or zone to take the place of the chairman.
Right.
Depending when they are to see off the tenure of the returning or the.
So are you hopeful that will happen?
I am hopeful, and you are aware. You're also aware that. The governors are also already meeting. They met yesterday. Probably they've not concluded their meeting.
It was deadlocked, according to one of the statements.
Deadlock will be because they have not been able to finish their meeting. So it could continue.
Okay. So very quickly, the North Central Zone is required to meet and forward their nominee for the position of substantive national chairman in order to produce a replacement to serve out the tenure of the former PDP chairman, Ayocha Ayu. So do you feel this will go down well with those aspiring for the chairmanship position of the
Who are those aspiring?
You said some people are aspiring. Some people have their own selfish interests.
No, I'm not talking about chairman. I said presidency of
the. So just address
those who are aspiring for the chairmanship. Those I know for now are people from the zone that is qualified to be there. People have been mentioning names. Former Senate president has been mentioned. Senator and former governor of Benue State is being mentioned. So many other people, Chief Otumba Segun Showmi is also showing interest. So many people are showing interest. So as long as you are not within the zone that is qualified, you want to create crisis because you are not supposed to even aspire. The law is clear. The person that is qualified or persons that are qualified to be appointed are people from that zone of the former or area of the former the chairman that resigned, which is Ayocha Ayu, and either North Central or people from Benue. That is it. So as far as I'm concerned, I think the first step to have a way forward is to first of all at least ease out the acting chairman to go back to his position as deputy national chairman. I'm not saying he should be removed from the party or removed from the whatever. He was never appointed as chairman, and he sees himself as a consultative chairman. You just come and help us. You are Adele.
But somebody declared himself
come and
recently. Did you see it? Mr. Fayoshi's younger brother declared himself.
Is he a member of the party? He's joking. That one is just.
That's another faction. If you don't know.
That one is just making a caricature of what is happening. He's not even his brother can become a.
All right.
The brother said he's not even interested.
Tunji Abdulhameed.
These are people who are not
lawyer and PDP stalwart. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
And we can only hope for the best for your party.
Thank you.
All right.
It's the best for the country.
Yeah.
Without a strong opposition, we have what we have today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you.
Now, after the break, we will discuss the advantages and benefits of the newly built jet fuel depot. Stay with us for this conversation. Thank you.